my hairdresser. We always talking about everything. And then one day she was just like, "Oh, I love Katt Williams. I'm gonna go to Katt Williams show." This was like a year or two ago, so it wasn't even this tour that he's on now. And so first of all, I'm gonna be doing cupped and uncupped just because I feel like I always do cupped because I love cupped. such